Yeah.
Yeah, let me get the IG up. Oh yeah. All right, it's up. It's up. It's up. It's up. Yes. Wagwan, it's the sports time zone. We in this
Sir.
thing. My man Q to beat, brother Noom see Noom. This is the halftime show, the halftime edition of the Sports Time Zone. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. This gonna be a real quick one, man. Q to beat. How you liking the action so far?
Man, 31-28 Florida, man. It's good. I'm good either way. Florida, my squad. I cheer for the Cougars, so man, it's a great day today for me.
Yeah, it's a real tight one, man. I was saying in the group chat, man, when we was texting, like it looked like I thought Houston was gonna come out and try to slow the tempo down because they like to play that grind out style, but it seemed like they pushing the pace and they sticking with Florida because Florida's the team that pushed the pace, but Houston looked good, man.
Yeah, they definitely came out firing, pressuring on the defense. They double teaming Will Clayton Jr. They trying to keep that boy from getting off by any means, man. They making sure he don't get the rock that easy. It ain't gonna be that easy.
Your boy caught a body out there though. You seen that? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I'm like, oh, that was nasty though.
Crazy. That was crazy, man. I saw a couple. It was a couple early in the game. You could tell the nerves was getting to them teams, both teams, because it looked like Houston at first they couldn't buy a three. Like they started off like 0 for everything from out there.
Yeah, Florida too. They was 0 for 7 for 3 until Rich is starting to come through in the clutch. He didn't knock down two threes so far, but
he started heating up. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of time. I mean, we only one half in, but one thing I can tell is both teams is playing extremely hard. Both of these teams, they want this championship. They want it bad. Houston, I don't know if not too many people picked them to even get to the championship. I know you a Houston boy, so I know you probably had them boys in your Final Four, but you said you good either way.
I ain't gonna lie. I had Tennessee a little bit before them because Tennessee was balling.
Yeah,
but man, Houston definitely surprised me with this.
Yeah, they surprised me too, man. I didn't think Houston was going to come out with that level of intensity. Now, I did see what they did to Duke, and what they did to Duke, was unprecedented because a lot of people picked Duke to win the whole thing, including TZ Dave. And Dave, if you watching, these the boys that did it to you. They did it to your Dukies, and they out here doing it, man. Like I gotta give Houston shout out to the coach for Houston. What's your boy name?
Sampson.
Yeah, man. Yo, he got these boys ready. He got them up to the level of gameplay that they at. I gotta definitely give it to him, man. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to cousin Noomsy in the chat too. Yeah. Okay. If y'all just joining us, welcome. This is the Sports Time Zone halftime edition of the NCAA championship game, Houston versus Florida. H-Town is doing a thing right now. And you can see that the game is in San Antonio, Texas. So you can tell them a lot of the crowd, they got on I-10. There was some I-10 howlers, Diamond Rottweiler.
Break them boys off.
Breaking them off. Yeah, that H-Town is in the building. Man. Houston is in the building. They came, and you could tell they showing up. They supporting their squad. I see a lot of red in the crowd. It's almost like a low-key home game for them. But Florida did come through towards the end of that half. Florida stepped it up and started catching fire a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second half. You think Houston can sustain this tempo, though? These boys are playing.
Yeah. Man, Houston, they play like some dogs, man. They pride on strictly, defense and shooting. I think they had some footage of them practicing. They still do the old warrior ball where you throw the ball on the court, make them go run and die for it.
Yeah,
man. They practice hard. Like
you can tell, you can see it, and you can see Coach Sampson got them boys up. Like 14 assists for Will Richard. Is this the first half? This can't be right. 14 assists.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 14 assists in the first half. Walter Clayton Jr.
record.
Yeah, that's gotta be 5 points and 14 dimes in one half. These boys want this game. And shout out to Florida too, because the Gators, when they got hit with them early haymakers by Houston early, they could have folded, but they turned up. Let's look at the Florida side of the ball. Let's see what Florida doing. Florida got
that was Florida.
Okay, that was Florida. Yeah. So looking over at the Houston Cougar side of things, early in this half.
This is wrong. I think they got it wrong. I think
there gotta be. Ain't no way you gonna get 14 times that quick.
14 points.
Hey, ESPN, y'all need to get it together on them stats because there ain't no way in the world.
Yeah.
But looking just overall at the team stats, go back to the team stats real quick because that's gonna tell the tale right there. Florida 11 of 29, Houston 14 of 37. So it was a brick fest early. Both teams couldn't make nothing. Like what they said, what Grant Hill said, it's a rock fight. He said it's a rock fight. These boys
building houses out there.
4 for 14 from 3-point land for Florida, and then Houston is 2 for 14. So overall, these boys ain't really like the percentages wasn't that high, but they were playing extremely hard. Like I'm talking about diving for loose balls, the 8 turnovers. But look at the block shots for Houston. The block shot, 5 block shots in the first half for Houston. That is big. That's showing you effort. 4 steals. Their defense is turned up a whole other notch. Florida is going to have to respond to this intensity. And I think if Florida can just get into a rhythm, I think they'll have more success. But it looks like Houston, they came to play, man. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to Florida. Also, if y'all didn't see the game yesterday in the women's championship, salute to the UConn Husky women. Gino Auriemma took it to Don Staley in the South Carolina Gamecocks in a really good game. But I will say, man, UConn just looked dominant. They look like a dominant team. They pretty much dominated Carolina from beginning to the end. Paige Bucher, she going to the league. I think she could have went last year. She's definitely going to the league. She is special. She's going to be a special addition. But congratulations to the UConn Husky women. And Miss Fat, if you watching, I know Miss Fat, you picked UConn to win it 82-59. You beat now Carolina is the defending champions. Am I right, Q?
Yep. But it's like when they play UConn. I mean, it's like UConn just got their number, man. For some reason, it's UConn is they hump.
I don't know what it is. Paige Bucher 17 points, 6 rebounds. Sarah Strong 24 points and 15 with the double-double. AZ Fudd. Come through, AZ.
Yeah.
Come through, AZ, who didn't play a game last year. AZ didn't play. She was injured all year long, and she came through with 24 points. She did her thing. What is she, Q? A sophomore, a junior? Where is she in her?
Sophomore, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
She played last year. Yeah.
Well, remember, she was hurt pretty much the whole year last year. So she didn't really get on the floor at all last year. So for her to come out there.
No, she's a senior.
So she a senior. All right, so she about to be out of there. So for her to come through like the way she did in that game, AZ Fudd, salute to you. Shout out to you on that. Big ups. South Carolina on the other side of things, they look like they wasn't really in their groove. Nobody really cracked 20 points. Nobody really cracked 12 points on their whole team. And that's unlike a South Carolina team to be that offensively deficient. They only put up 59 points.
34% shooting. That's horrible.
That was it. 4 for 16 from downtown?
Yeah.
I mean, UConn didn't shoot much better from downtown, but the key is they shot better from the field overall. They shot 48% to South Carolina's 34%. So there you go right there with the story of the game. And the turnovers. Carolina turned the ball over 11 times. UConn had 18 assists. UConn moves the ball really well. If you watch, They move the ball well. They get the ball around. They get it popping. They get it moving around. They hit the open shooter. They knock down their shots, and they did their things. Shout out to the UConn Husky women for winning yet another national championship under Gino Auriemma. As we say that, they showing the highlights of the game that I'm talking about right now. The women from yesterday, they showing the highlights on TV. But big thing. Oh, and another thing, a lot of people don't know, and you may not know this either, Q, but I was in San Antonio yesterday, and yesterday there was for the first ever inaugural HBCU Women's All-Star Game. The HBCU, it was fire. All of the HBCUs came out. They came to play hard. I mean, so much talent. Shout out to Amisha Miller from Virginia State University. She played an excellent game. She came out there, did her thing. But just seeing all the sororities, all the fraternities, all of the steppers, they was out there at halftime. Gramblin's band did their thing at halftime. It was dope. And it was the first time ever, Q. There's never been a HBCU women's college all-star game before. So that says a lot of where women's basketball is going right now.
That's dope, especially for the HBCU. That is real dope. Very
much so. They had the slam dunk contest for the HBCUs. They had the men's all-star game. The women's, this was a monumental, historic moment, and I'm glad I was able to witness it. I did get some footage, so y'all catch me next week on the Sports Time Zone. I'm gonna run some clips from that game because I was actually in attendance. Your boy Noomsi Noom was in the building. Yes, cousin Noomsi, that's what's up. Big time stuff, man. So we getting ready for the second half, Q. What's your predictions? How you think this second half? I mean, based on what you saw so far, it's a tight game. It's anybody's game right now. Anybody's game. Before that, Unleash the Champion says, so dope. I know them Deltas represented. Yes, the Deltas was out there stepping, doing they like little synchronized dance. I don't know what they do, and then they make that woo-woo sound, and they put the little all that. It was fire. But yeah, Q to beat. How you see this second half looking, though?
Oh man, it's kind of hard to say, but I don't know. I think Houston can pull it off, but I mean, you can't ask them to really just the whole Will Clayton Jr. to that lesser points. I mean, he's so good with shooting. I don't know, man. I think Houston can finally pull it off and get one since 1982, I believe. 83, something like that. We ain't won since Hakeem Olajuwon, that boy.
Olajuwon he's sitting there courtside.
Yeah. I see Al Horford there.
Horford. Salute to the Gator. Al Horford is there. All of who's who of basketball is out supporting their squads. As for me, I agree, Q. Man, Houston, I think they could pull it off. I mean, I did pick Florida to win the whole thing.
Yeah, me too. I gotta my Gators, man.
Yeah, I gotta stick with, and then you run with, the Gators is your squad too. So I know for you, this is like, you good either way. Whoever wins.
I mean, I'm good. I mean, we ain't won since Al Horford.
Yeah, that was the last time. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
But we got back to back.
Yeah, they do got the back to backs. I like Florida to step up the intensity. I think the first half there was a little bit. The nerves was there. Even their coach said it. The team had a lot of nerves. They missed a lot of shots that they normally make. There was a lot of turnovers, as you just pointed to when you showed the stats. There's a lot of turnovers for Florida. I think if they settle down, I like Condit down low. I like Chikachu. What's your boy name? The big man for Florida. I like him. His defense is solid. But it's going to be a dog fight. I think both teams are going to play hard all the way to the very end. It's going to be a dog fight all the way down to the very end. We're about to get back into the second half of the game. Make sure, like, share, subscribe. Shout out to TZ Dave. I know Dave watching. He's somewhere with his drink and his splizzy over there getting nice, watching both teams that he didn't pick play it out. TZ, you ain't picked none of these teams, boy. I know he was crushed when Duke lost that other game because that was a hell of a finish. the way Houston finished that game against Duke.
Oh man, they locked down. I mean, how many times do we see like the inbound still actually work? You know what I mean?
Crazy. The defense in the last 2 minutes of that game was off the chain. And you got to press TZ about that. Y'all do the show tomorrow. You got to press TZ about them last couple minutes because he stopped responding to them texts when we was texting during the game. TZ went radio silent after a while.
About the Cougars, man.
Yeah,
they had the number one defense coming in the tournament.
Number one
out of all the teams.
Yeah.
They've been holding people to like 70 points at the most, 75 points.
And they shown it. Look, this is the first half. This is Florida, one of the most high-powered offenses in the league, and they held them boys to what? 28?
Right, absolutely. So we only gonna max out at 60? Still gonna hold it down to like under 70?
This game is definitely favoring Houston because Houston seems like they're playing at the pace of Florida, but the score is indicative of a Houston score. So Houston is playing the type of game that they want to play. So Florida, again, y'all got to settle in. Y'all got to start making shots. You can't turn the ball over no more. Swing it around, push the pace, push the tempo, and attack the basket. I like Condit again. Condit, that white boy down low, he gets busy. So you gotta, y'all gotta feed him, do something, and the outside guys gotta make their shots. So we about to get
the decision. He's second guessing.
Yeah. A couple of times he traveled with the ball.
He traveled like, come on, man, you too old to be traveling.
Cause he didn't know what he wanted to do. He wanted to go, but then he saw a shooter outside, so then he shuffled his feet. That's just nerves. And I think halftime, coach had to talk something to him, put something in their minds, tell them to settle down, calm down. I know this is the championship game, but it's just basketball. Y'all been doing this all year, so just play hard. But they gotta match the intensity of Houston because Houston is balling out. So man, we about to get this second half started. Cue the beat. Yours truly, brother Numsi. This is the Sports Time Zone, and we're gonna catch y'all on the flip side. We are out.